Hello, welcome to 5-Minute Kitchen. This is Dinesh Kashyap, and today we do Saunderya Lahary Turkey.
Hey,
how
nice
are
to see you, my friend.
Hey.
Very good. Oh, it's cold here, huh? How you doing? This is
What were you doing outside there, Ed? You got to have a shirt on.
Live.
That's where you live.
But remember, he's Russian, I mean, snow is nothing,
So,
right? So you just walk through the
is this what your neighbors just kind of come through the backyard? Is that what happens to this?
There you have it. I mean, the front, from the front only the outsiders come. But the neighbors just walk through,
Well, we'll get Ed to join us here.
I understand. It's just the nature, right? They look like
I like that shirt. That's a neat shirt.
So tell us where you are with your dinner here, Dinesh. We better get back to this.
It's about finished, and what I'm doing now is heating up the naan bread.
Oh, okay.
Because there is nothing like good naan bread.
Like it's cold.
There it is.
Laundry.
Yeah.
As the naan bread heating up.
It doesn't want to stay in there.
It doesn't like me anymore.
I buy it for my son.
Well, 1, 2, 3, hey! 1, 2, 3, hey! That's all. Thank you very much for inviting me. I brought some treats from my old country. That's why I'm a little bit late for the show. I had to fly to Moscow and bring all these things.
So you brought it just now from Moscow?
Just now.
Incredible.
You came from the Himalayas.
We are so honored, yes.
Himalayas, especially here
to cook turkey. That's what I came,
Is that turkey?
Yes.
This is a special turkey.
This is the special.
Tell us the recipe. What's the name of the recipe?
From the Himalayas all the way to cook turkey.
Oh, how would it sound in Himalayan, or in Sanskrit, let's say, for example?
Yes, it will be Saunderya, beautiful.
Saunderya, beautiful.
Turkey, butter turkey. Saunderya, butter turkey.
Butter turkey. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Saunderya. Oh, do I have to do the Saunderya, the gesture, or just without?
Yeah, no, there is.
Or you can just say Saunderya.
Butter turkey.
Okay.
And come on in, please. The dish is being cooked right here, and what we have done so far, just before you came, so we wanted to make sure that the food is ready for you. What we did was we took the spices, and the spice list will be at the end of the presentation. That will be there. We'll have the whole details there. But what we did is we put the butter, and we put the spices, and we put the turkey and stirred it and cooked it.
We cooked it.
And the final part was adding the cream.
That's probably the most important. No?
And that is the most important. But now comes the most important part, which is adding the salt. We haven't added the salt yet.
Haven't added salt.
Can you imagine? Because it had to be Himalayan salt, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so, it was a little delayed.
People think that just tea there grows.
Exactly.
Salt grows there.
The best salt in the world comes from the Himalayas.
The salt trees,
Yes, exactly.
It's funny.
Go.
Okay, so what we've done, as you can see, is just about ready there. And all I have to do now, the two things I've not added. You always, in Indian cooking, in this kind of a cooking, you always add the salt the last. Because that before the salt is added, it does its thing. It does its cooking and all that. Okay. And you don't want the cream that you put to separate and all that. And that's why the salt is put at the very end. So that's what I'm going to do now, is add the salt.
Is that to call salt?
Tell us how you've made this chicken, this Indian turkey, and what's the name of it again?
Saunderya.
Saunderya.
Butter turkey. Right?
Beautiful. So what's the recipe been in so far to get to this stage?
Take the butter, and the butter was melted and taken to a high temperature, and then we added all the spices.
And what are the spices again?
And the spices were cumin, seed. That was the first to be added. Then we fried that a little, and then the cumin powder, coriander powder, and garam masala.
What's garam masala?
Garam masala is a mix of masalas, but it has got a funny name, garam masala, and it is the most exotic of the spices,
Yes. Probably 20, 30 spices here, right? And
there are a lot of spices, So if you want to get away from, all those hundreds of bottles of spices, garam masala. That's it.
Okay. Well, show us what happens next.
Okay, now what we do is we add some salt, and then we pour it into the plates, and we are ready to eat.
That was quick.
Yes.
So Ed, this is all done for the food bank today. This is food for friends. So tell us, what do you think about the food bank? Is it a worthwhile thing?
I'm very pleased to be part of it because, my wife is the one who, always gives a lot of food to the food bank, and I don't know. She has a lot of fun doing these things. I'm thinking about the people who, can enjoy it and all this different. Imagine if you all your life you ate only BLT. The best.
Yes.
And now you have, again, what the name is?
Garam masala.
Garam masala.
Right.
Can I believe?
Yes, it changes it.
It's so exotic, it's so beautiful. I can't wait to try that turkey. So, and just, this is wonderful. Just imagine that people can enjoy this food, in the cold time of Christmas. And not cold time, it's warm time. It's outside, it's cold. Now, all the spices, they would probably give you a lot of special feeling about this because you will never forget the taste of this food. Okay, and the name of the dish again. So this is for the people who are watching the show.
Of course.
Because they forgot already.
Of course. Saunderya.
Saunderya.
Butter turkey.
Butter turkey. Hey Ed, what do you do for a full-time job?
I don't know how to explain this thing because people don't think this is a job, because if I say I play the music and I'm violinist, they say, oh, that's nice, and what do you, and then they would ask me exactly the same question what you ask me, what kind of job do you do in your life? Because they don't take it seriously, to be a violinist is more like a joy, and some people think, they're enjoying so much in their life that I know they're starving, they need the food bank for themselves too, but no, being a professional musician, it's like cooking all the time because it's warm, tastes good, and it brings people joy. I can imagine, you get together at the table, you hear wonderful music, Beethoven, right?
Absolutely.
And you try Saunderya.
Yes.
Exactly.
Indeed. And the world becomes
what can be better?
Saunderya.
So what's next, Dinesh? What are we going to do next?
Okay,
What's
now
with the
we're
dish?
going to, I'm going to pour this thing for Ed to try, and then we're going to have some rice with it today.
Yes.
Usually it is served on a bed of rice. Now I'm going to add a little sour cream to the top of it.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the most important thing is the cilantro. Now cilantro is the most used spice in the world, This is the most used of all spices because whole of China, whole of India, whole of Mexico, nothing but, on the earth. So here it is.
Try it, Ed. Let's see what happens. See what it tastes like. Tell us.
Yes.
So what's the title of the dish again, Dinesh?
Saunderya butter turkey.
Some animals are waking in me. So good. I have to force myself not to eat fast. It's so good.
I'm so glad.
What about that masala?
Garam masala.
Masala.
Garam masala.
You already put it up?
Yes, yes. That was the last item just before because you don't want to cook because you don't want to heat. What do you call boil or heat or cook garam masala. You want it the final thing just to put there for flavor.
Something like that.
So in closing, what's your final message for the holiday season here in Regina and Saskatchewan?
I think that you should do exactly what we're doing right now. Have a great, unbelievable food, exotic food, not food you usually, indulge yourself going to Tim Hortons maybe. I don't have anything against, but, something very exotic like that turkey or butter chicken and listen to the best music in the world. I think that's going to make your holidays very memorable.
Any closing thoughts, Dinesh?
Yes, actually, it's just a wonderful experience to be with Ed at this time because he's got so much passion in everything that he does. And I can say I've met a lot of musicians, you know, being in the classical music for a long time. But he is just one of the finest musicians I have met, and one of the great teachers. He loves his students, and you know, without love there is no teaching. So he has got, you know, an incredible amount of love there and passion which he takes to his students, and some of his students are becoming just absolutely fabulous. Some of them have actually joined the Regina Symphony Orchestra. Am I right?
You're absolutely right. I want to add this to my the advice. So you have food, you have music, and you have this wonderful speech about yourself. You know, somebody at the table should stand up and say something really nice. Sometimes people just forget. They think that, oh, people feel kind of, you know, shy or something like that. I do feel, you know, I mean, I don't deserve even 10% what you just said there. But it's nice to hear when people get together at the table and they talk and they point it out that, you know, you do something in your life which other people maybe don't know, but they know now. And of course I can say a lot of things about you, Dinesh, because you're the most wisest person I met in my life, and fantastic cook, as I learn now, because I know your wife cooks. You know, and this is your first try, yeah?
Yes, it is.
It's unbelievable.
Actually, she didn't want me to cook. She said, "You can't cook." So please, please contribute to the food bank, because the poorest are the poor people in this city who will starve probably half of the time if the food bank wasn't there. Please donate generously.
Please do. Please do. It's the greatest thing you can do in your life.
Thank you, Ed, for being this special guest. And that is Saunderya Lahary chicken. The recipe is here. Thank you.